So for today's video, we're going to go ahead and fix the O2 sensor on the car because it's not staying on there because there's some wonderfully designed bolts that don't like to stay in place. But we're first going to move the car because there's not much room where I'm at right now. So we're going to move it and get a little more room to work around it, and then I'll show you guys what we're up to. There's Cole's car right there. He's parked in the middle of nowhere. And we're just going to go ahead and park right about here. As far away from everything as we can possibly get. So we got plenty of room to move around. Alright, so basically we're going to take these little hose clamps down here. And I know this isn't the right way to do this, but it's all I've got since Toyota sells 2 bolts for $30, and I really don't feel like paying that right now, so this is a temporary fix. We're going to use these to clamp the sensor down onto the exhaust. I'll show you what we're working on down there. And then hopefully these will last a little while until we can get the actual bolts that go on there. So yeah, we've got 2 of those, one for each side of the sensor. Let's go ahead and get some tools out here. Got an oil drain pan there, and the toolbox. And basically all I should need for this is just a flathead to tighten up those hose clamps. Something like this. Or maybe this. We'll give both those a try. Alright, get under the hood here. Put the support up. Alright. And basically what we're looking at is if you follow the exhaust line back here, it's way down in there, right there. It's that little guy. And it's not staying on the way it should. That's a O2 sensor in the exhaust. Basically the computer uses it to figure out how much air and how much fuel we want into the mix. And as you can see, there are bolts on there right now. I mean, Kenny tried to put some on there, but you can see it's not really on at all. Those are just kind of holding it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some hose clamps and we're going to go around like right here, and focus please, and right there to hold it on. So let me grab those hose clamps and we'll see if we can get them on there. I'm going to grab a wrench and pull those off so they're not in my way. Get this out of here. And go grab some tools. Alright, looks like a 12mm. Looks like a 13 is what we're going to need for this. Get some of my one of my ultra cheap sockets on ultra cheap ratchet. I'm just going to get right down in there. Just something cheap, picked up from Lowe's. Me and Kenny were trying to find the right ones, and you can see it's kind of filled with rust there. Alright, that was not fun. I just spent probably the last 10-15 minutes or so getting this thing wrapped around here and closing it up. Basically what I had to do is put it around the pipe first, and then get it connected on both sides. So I'm just going to go through here with a screwdriver and tighten it up. You might still move a little. I don't know, that feels pretty sealed up to me. Let's start it and see what she does. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start it up here. Before it was idling at around 2,000. I honestly thought it was just doing that because it wasn't warmed up yet, but it was idling much higher than it should have. So we're going to see. We're still at about 2K. I'm not sure if that's entirely from the sensor or if that's something else. But oh, it's falling much quicker than it did before though. So yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna pack it up. We'll take a spin around real quick and see if it feels a little bit better. Alright, so just to give you an idea, listening to the exhaust here, it's got just a good solid note to it. Before, it kind of had like a little bit of a rumbling and popping to it. Kind of attributed that to running a little bit rich. Overall, it just sounds a little bit smoother now. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna take it for a little drive. In the short time it took me to put my tools away, which was probably about 5 minutes or so, it did drop down to 1,000 RPM. Alright, so I can already tell right off the bat that feels a little bit better. Let's see. I'm just gonna stop right here and see if we can get a decent little takeoff out of it. Yeah, I can already tell you that's a lot better than what it was. Before taking off, it seemed to have some hesitation to it. Alright guys, so that was the first video with the car. It looks like the sensor's fixed now. It's staying where it should. The car feels like it's running a little bit better. I've got to figure out a better way to mount this. I had this in my face the whole time, this little car holder thing. It worked okay. I mean, the video seemed to have turned out alright, but be a little bit nicer than not slamming my head into that every time I look left. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I'm sure I'll find other stuff that I can fix. We can do more videos on that if you guys want, but see ya.